Okay, and you can see there's my name right there from 1994, Bill Barcher. You can see when I won it, there's my name right there. Pretty cool about that. Pretty happy with that. Let's.
Okay, this is the aggregate desk. I make up aggregates for the shooters, and they also individual matches. I'll show you an individual match that we'll do.
Okay.
Actually, it's a 6-spool, 8-ring target. It's match 10. What we would do, we would have a competitor's number on here. Match 10. Of course, we charge them for them.
Right.
You attach the card right here. Staple it on.
Once they finish shooting, they bring it back here for a grade, or where do they get graded at?
What they do, they go take this target and they go to the firing line, offhand line.
Okay.
And the range officer will assign them a relay, and they'll go out and shoot for the 30-minute relay. They shoot it, they bring it back to the range officer's desk there, and the range officer will have someone bring it into the scoring room, which is the next tables over.
Right.
And they score the targets, and then put the scores in the computer. Then they run the copies out of the scores at the end of the day, and they'll post it out on the boards outside.
All right. Thank you for that. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Joyce.
Joyce, I'm Bill. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you can see it, Bill. Fits me.
Oh, no kidding.
Maybe the same people, yeah.
Now, today, what is that retailing for?
These probably go for $400 to $500.
Yeah, worth every penny, though. Look at the beadwork on that, man. Can I see the side real quick? Oh, yeah. This guy didn't play around. That looks like good beadwork, too.
Nice shirt.
I'll tell you what.
Old, it's been worn.
Huh?
It's old, it's been worn, but
That's a wedding shirt right there. Huh?
they last forever.
Yeah, they do. So I had a buddy who needed a range rod, and Rich, I got your range rod right here. If you can see that or not. Hell of a deal on it up here at the tent. So you got a new range rod. What's this going to be when you get done?
Buckskin pants.
Oh, yeah.
So right now I'm just hairing it. In the Cree stuff, this is a Cree way of tanning hides. They usually do moose hides this way, and they're much bigger, and several people work them at one time. And you scrape all the hair off, and you scrape all the flesh off, and then you rub salt into the hide, and you let it dry, and you keep rubbing salt into it, and then you can scrape all the rest of the bits off, and then you thin it to where it's all one color on the back side. So you don't want to thin it too much, but you have to scrape the flesh down on the other side until it's all one thickness, and then you take it off and you rub it. Some people, I've seen them do it on trees where you take the hide, you just pull it back and forth.
Rough it up, yeah.
And then other people, when the white men came and brought wagon wheels, the Native Americans would take that steel rim and affix it to something and pull the hide back and forth in that. There's all kinds of ways of doing it. And then you do a first smoking, and it's a cooler smoke.
Does it matter what wood you smoke with?
Yes, you have to smoke it with wet punk wood.
What
which
punk?
Is, if you don't know what punk wood is, it's like a rotted forest wood. And then, because you want smoke, not heat.
Yeah.
And so that smokes it, and you turn it wrong side out after you sew it together. Usually 2 hides are sewn together. And then you smoke the other side, and then you soften it again, and then you smoke it for the final time, and that'll make it waterproof, flexible, and washable. And you can wear it and wipe it off and wash it. You still have to soften it again, though, but it won't change anymore, which is really, really neat. This way takes a bit longer than I do at home, but it's a more traditional style. This is an ulu, which Eskimos would collect metal from white man's tools, and instead of making knives out of them, they made this, and they used it for everything in the whole house, for from skinning to cutting up the meat, everything is used with that.
It's like a good tool.
It is. It's really so amazing. This one was made in Alaska. It's really...
Probably less stress on your hand than like a knife or a...
It is, and I feel like I have more control, you know, like I can, instead of using my knife this way, it really makes like the hide come out really nice. So, and I had to re-soak it last night in the puddle. It got a little dry yesterday, so my last of my puddle went away this morning.
Now you made your dress, is that right?
Yes.
You got a lot of patience, I'll tell you.
It was a work in progress. I made it several times, putting it together, taking it apart and putting it together until it was just like I wanted it. So I make all kinds of stuff, my things here. And
Holy cow.
I didn't make the boots, they were a gift from my brother, but I resold them.
That's a good brother right there.
Yeah.
Keep him.
Oh yeah, I do. I love my brother. He's great. He's gonna be here, I hope on Friday, to stay with me for a while. He's a great skinner. He's 6'10" and almost 300 pounds. So when he gets on the fleshing board, he can have this sucker knocked out in an hour. Both sides.
Now, let me ask you, you didn't have a fire in there last night. What did you do? Just you bundled up?
Well, I actually got wood charcoals. They look like it's real natural wood.
Yeah, yeah.
And I put it in a hibachi.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't have any fire at night, just to cook my supper.
Yeah.
And so I had toast. And then, I just slept underneath the sheepskin and Hudson Bay blankets.
Toast is one of the few things I can still cook.
Toast?
Yeah. And cereal. I make cereal. I pour the milk on it.
I fry my toast in butter. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So my dog and we had toast, and then the fire went out and we just went to sleep. So no heat. It's warm enough down here though at this time of the year that you can do that. So, and that's what I'm going to get off too. That bit that you just saw me rip off. That's the epidermis layer, or the outer skin.
See if I can get over there and zoom in on that.
So, anyways, this is right here. This is the epidermis layer. It's the layer of skin that the hair is attached to. So I'm going to be scraping all of that off the entire hide on this side, and then on the flesh side, I'm going to scrape the flesh off to, this is the dermis layer. So the back side is a deeper, this is epidermis, then the dermis. So the back side is the dermis, and this is the epidermis, and I'm going to scrape it down to that layer, and then I'll finish with it. So it's buckskins like this.
Holy cow.
This doesn't have the skin taken off of it. That's left on this outfit. But this one is going to be soft on both sides, because pants are going to be made out of it. So it takes a bit.
What are you going to use for buttons? You got like antler
I have antler.
buttons?
I'm
Okay.
going to make antler, and I've made some mesquite ones, but I have some nice antler medallions that are going to be for I'm like a fall front.
Yeah.
So they take large medallions.
You do 2 holes or 4 holes?
1 hole on each side right here, and then 2 right here. So I'll have four buttons all together.
Okay.
But you won't be able to see the inner buttons. You only see the 2 on the outside.
All right.
And it'll do it. And then I'll be working it off. Sometimes the hide will cooperate, and sometimes it just takes a lot of work.
You know, here's the thing, you're putting all this work into this, but somebody could wear these 100 years from now, I bet.
Yeah.
You know, and they would never know. They wouldn't know it was 100.
No.
That guy had a shirt over there, and that thing was 50 years old. You wouldn't know it to look at it. I mean, it looks like it was made yesterday.
Yeah.
He says his wife washes the buckskins
Yes.
inside out in the washing machine.
Yes.
That blew me away. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, if they're tanned properly, they have to be smoked and they have to be tanned properly. Chromium tanned hides you can't do that with. They have to be tanned a natural way, either with aluminum sulfate, which I know that doesn't sound natural, but it's just mineral, and then salt, and then smoked, and then you can wash them. But if you just get like saddle leather, basically tanned with chromium, you can't do that. It's not that way. The old way is the way. Like Native Americans with their teepees, they would take the buffalo hides and tan them and smoke them and stretch them, and they would put their teepees together in layers. There would be a bottom layer of elk hides sewn together, and then a middle layer like a shingle over that one, and then the top layer. and those were not sewn together. They were placed over the teepee in shingles, which made it easy for the family members to carry a layer themselves on their back, so they could move that whole teepee in sections and then pitch it. And the squaws, that's our job, is to pitch the lodge. And a good squaw can have her teepee up and running in 30 minutes. I'm 30 minutes out from that.
Have you ever read the accounts of like Olive Oatman or any of that? Or
I've been
I
reading.
mean, you've probably seen, there's a famous show on TV now called Hell on Wheels. And it's all about the Transcontinental Railroad and building it. And one of the girls has the tattoo on her chin because she was captured, you know?
Yeah.
And so I got to reading some of the accounts of women who were captured by Native Americans, and it was much different than like, you know, the Kevin Costner film, you know.
Yeah, you get tattooed your face usually.
Yeah, but the
Tattooed.
treatment was pretty rugged.
It was.
It was very rough.
And you never ever were an equal.
Yeah.
Are you speaking about that lady that had the 3 lines?
You remember? You saw that,
She's
right?
a book.
No, I read it in books and that. She's a very famous.
Olive
Yes, she
Oatman,
is.
yeah.
Yes, I know
When
her.
She escaped.
I mean, I don't know her personally.
She went quite a distance
Yeah.
to get back to civilization. What it would be.
And those women no longer have a place in society.
No, they
You're not white. You're not Native
It's
American.
very rough time.
Like convicts, you know, that come into the world. They have a hard time too. But yeah, she's a very interesting person. The tattooing was controversial. They were saying that her tattooing was a status of honor in one of the articles that I read, but most people say it was a mark of ownership.
Right, like branding.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's very, very controversial, the tattooing of white women and other women too. Other native tribes would come and take the women and tattoo them, but they had a better standing than the whites because they were already Native American. They were still slaves, but different. And you just have a different standing in society. We are property. So, you know, it just depends on who you belong to.
It's not a bad thing if somebody has good stewardship, you know, but
Yes.
if they don't,
true.
then it's a bad thing.
Yeah, when they abuse their power over you.
Oh, yeah.
But you gotta have a good keeper, and you're good to go. You feel safe and protected and stuff. So
Well, Scar took care of little Debbie and the searchers, you know? I
Yeah.
got to say that for him.
and a lot of white women, they would be captured by Native American tribes that weren't abusive, and they want to go back. They were freed by the cavalry, and they as soon as they could escape from the white society, they went back.
Yeah.
It's not Stockholm syndrome, it's because life was better for them there. Because you do have a standing, whether you're a slave or not, you still have a place, and it's important. Even though you can have an abusive captor, some of the women didn't. And I think it's really interesting.
You know, Billy the Kid said if you stay in a place too long, you become that place.
Yeah.
And that's kind of true.
Yeah, it could, yeah. Moving is a fresh start, too.
Oh, yeah.
You